Good evening and welcome to the Camera Artist Guild Thursday Critique. I am your host, George DeLoache. I'm a portrait artist and photographer's coach coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Now I'm going to swing around here and get into the image critique. We've got the first image, and the first image is by Anthony Robertson. Robertson. Boy, I should know your name by now, Anthony. Thank you. Sorry, brother. I didn't mean to mess you up like that. I got my mic cable all cornered up here, and I can't get around it. There we go. Okay. This is an excellent image. I really like it. Let me click off my palettes. There. Whoops. Here we go. Click off my palettes there for a little bit and give you a good look. You have a really distinctive style. I've watched it evolve, and I really like what you're doing. You've got the main point of interest here, the kiss on the 1/3 compositional line. I might adjust that hand a little bit so it's not so flat turned to the camera, because we don't want the back of the hand turned directly at the camera if you can keep from it. But that's a minor point. Now, this is obviously a combination of artificial light and available light, and you've done a very good job of that. You're using a softbox of some sort off camera right, and it's illuminating the people. The one thing that I would try to do, if you can get away with it, is bring in a second light source. And this second light source is going to have to be very, very light. You are not going to put a lot of energy behind it at all, because you only want to raise these shadow values right here in the center. You don't want to obliterate them. You don't want to make the faces the same as here. You want to keep a very nice ratio between shadows and highlights, but you just want to open this area up here just a little bit. So this is where a snoot comes in. If you can run a snoot on a small light source, bring that just off camera over here, camera left, point that snoot right in this general area, drop it down to where it's only maybe 1/3 of a stop above whatever you're getting right here, if that much, even less than that if you can lower it. Most strobes run on 1/10 of stops, so you could even drop it down to 2/10 of a stop rather than 3/10. But somewhere in there, just a little bit, just to open up this area right in here so you can see the kiss. And that would just take it right on up to the next level. But it is outstanding and very saleable. Your style is quite noticeable, and I will put Camera Artist Guild photographers up against other photographers any day in the world. We have an organization of excellent photographers, and you're always growing. And I'm so thrilled to be part of that growth. Okay, let's go. Next image, Al Cabrera. Very good, Al. Al, you always do some great stuff. Your composition is strong, and your light source is very good. I know it was mentioned that you may want to add a kicker light to the left hand side so that there would be a little more separation between the backside of the black dress and the backside of the subject, and kind of tone down the pink tree a little bit. It would not tone it down, but it would balance out the light a little bit. That's a very distinct possibility. Again, we're talking about adding light very, very lightly. It was Don Blair, an old guy who's been long since passed away. He was old when I came into photography, but he used to refer to accent lights, kickers and hair lights and other accent lights other than the key light, as being like spices, like garlic. And that if you add too much garlic to the spaghetti sauce, it's overpowering. If you add just enough to the spaghetti sauce, it can set it all the way off. So you want to use all of your accent lights very, very sparingly. And again, this one would work well with a snoot or a very. You could probably get away with a really tight grid on a 7-inch reflector, just a little bit off of camera out there, camera left, and that would just give you a rim alongside of the dress, just a little bit alongside there, right up her back area and the back of her head. But excellent work, Al. Congratulations, man. You just, both of you guys, fabulous. Matter of fact, everybody is really fabulous. It's hard for me to find things that I can actually bring to kind of help you, but I think that will help a little bit. Let me see here. Let me spread this image out. I think, nope. Okay. I did have it spread out as much as possible. All right. Next image. Willie Demetrius Richardson. Boy, you killed it this time, Willie. And you've come out of your traditional water shots, which you've been doing an awful lot of location stuff, lifestyle-ish, lifestyle type editorial work, and that's all been excellent. But this is really good. I like your creativity. I like your thought. You've dropped her in again on the 1/3 compositional line. You may refine her leg pose just a little. Bring the toe a little closer to the other leg over here. That might help it just a little bit, and extend her finger, her index finger, just a little bit, so that it has a little balance to it. I am picking at nits, man. I am nitpicking. This is really excellent. You've got perfect Rembrandt lighting. Your color tones are right where they should be. Skin tones, that is, are right where they should be. Your exposure's right where it should be. You're using white, but you've dropped it low enough that there's plenty of separation between the light ribbon and the white background and the white cue. So again, all in all, stellar. Another great image. Okay, let's knock that one out. Tony Shaw. All right, you got this guy right on the 1/3 compositional line. So he is strong there. You got good leading lines in there. I think I'd tone down this pillar a little bit, with light coming in on it. And, I wonder, just wondering, if you went to a grid and caused this area over here and this area over here, camera left and camera right, you just knock the light off of it and focus the light more on just the subject, and then you can keep the blue gel that you got back here. I think that would add more impact to it. Still, it's a nice photograph. The guy's well posed, well composed, but as was pointed out in Al's stuff, there's a lot of different things that draw your attention, and you want to focus your attention right on this guy here. So you could burn some of this in. That might help a little bit. I don't know whether it would or not, and I'm not going to go through the burning in process. You can do that on your own. Sometimes it doesn't work too swell, but just something to think about. You know what you're doing. Okay, Nicole Elon Momore, and it was really nice speaking with you. Nicole and I had a conversation over the phone about an image, and matter of fact, if you get stuck or you got stuff you want to know, there's things that are on your mind, message me. You can message me. You can DM me through Facebook anytime. I'll even jump on the phone with you, and we can talk about stuff. I want to help you guys in order that you might improve the quality of your work, and that we can grow together as a club and as a group. Okay, smoke, crown, interesting. Raise the light source just a little bit if you can. That way you've got it coming in at a little bit more of a 45-degree angle rather than where it is now. You may have a little trouble getting it in there because you might have a sealing problem and the amount of light that you're using. But that's why I use Paul Buff PLM umbrellas with diffusion material across instead of soft boxes, because I can get them higher. I can get that light source higher in rooms that have lower ceiling. But that would be one thing that would help. Now, it's really funny, and your smoke there is good. You've done it right. I have a funny story that happened to me when I was doing smoke the last time I did it at the studio. My studio is in a building of creative lofts, and there are about 30 of them on 3 different floors of lofts of different creatives. Some of them are graphic designers, some are hair and skincare, some are photographers, there's music producers. There's a lot of different creatives in this space. And I am on the lower level, and I decided that I was going to do a smoke shot. We had a guy come in and do it. So we did the shot. We did it a couple times. And then after that couple times, the room gets so full of smoke that you can't see the person. The person gets diffused. The cloud diffuses. Finally, the room gets full of smoke. So I decided I was going to open the door and let the smoke out of my studio. And it's just glycerin smoke. It doesn't hurt anything. Well, I opened the door and let the smoke out, and I was working in there on a Sunday evening. People thought that there was a fire somewhere in the building, and they were having a fit, and they almost sent the fire department. And then they found I was just that crazy photographer down in the bottom level, setting off smoke bombs. Anyway, there you go. All right, last image is John E. Bauer. Great stuff. I love this. The whole look is super. I just wonder. Now, this is, again, I'm going to be picking at nits. I love the color. You picked up the color of the flowers along with the color of the outfit. You've got the orange up here, matching closely the yellow and the flower. There's really, really good stuff working there together. The only thing is, I wonder if you could have gotten a parasol that was matching. Now, either they wouldn't have to be pink. You could have one yellow and you could have one pink, but with the same size and the same star pattern, if that's at all possible. Because, see, you've got symmetry there. And you've got one girl that's just a hair shorter than the other. So they make what they call apple boxes, the thing to stand on, and they make them in different thicknesses. There's pancakes, which are only about an inch or so tall, and then there's quarter and half and full apple, and each one of them has a different height. And you could put a pancake or a half apple, a quarter apple underneath the model on the left, on the right, camera right, and that would raise her head just up to where she's even with it. So if you can get matching parasols, raise her head just a little bit, drop the composition down so that you don't have as much open sky. The open sky really doesn't add anything to the photograph. So it'd be better if you were to crop it off. Let me see here if, yeah, there we go. I just got a 4x5 crop in it, and I just threw that 4x5 crop. Yeah, that I would still keep the same width if I could. I wouldn't narrow it down like I am right now, but something along in that line would just really, really make it pop. And so because you've got all of this upper area here that's really doing nothing, it has no information in it, it's just there. Now, if you were shooting this for a magazine cover and they're going to put the masthead up here or load in bullet points or something like that, then you're exactly right where it should be. So those are a couple of things. I hope they help. And whoops, we get rid of the crop there. If you are watching this on YouTube, what do they say? Smash the button, press the like button a little bit, leave a comment. That helps with the algorithm. And I am just beginning to build a YouTube channel. So help me out. I appreciate it. And that pretty much covers it for this week. So I appreciate you guys. And just keep hanging in there. Keep making great images. And